Hey, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Live. We are back once again. This is the month of February, y'all. February. And I am excited to be back once again just to motivate you, encourage you, give you an uplift in your spirit. That's right. I am the motivator. You're tuned in with the motivator, the creative, the out-of-the-box thinker, the evangelist, Dorcas Williams, and I am excited to be back once again. And I ask that you do me a favor. Y'all know how we do it. Like, tag, and share. That's right. Like, tag, and share. Gather some folks around. Gather some brothers around. Gather some sisters around. Gather aunties, uncles, cousins, nieces, and nephews. Gather everybody. And tell them that Saturday Live is on. The motivator is on, giving us our motivational dose for the month of February. So like, tag, and share, and sit back and enjoy this segment with me. And as you can see, the title of this segment is Be Remembered for Something Great. That's right, be remembered for something great. And as we all know, February is Black History Month, and I always get excited about this month. This is the month that we remember all of the Black greats that did something great at once upon a time while on this earth. Is so many names, y'all, so many names that I can call that is near and dear to me, but I'll just talk about the top four that I remember growing up at school. We had Black History in school, and I remember these names. Like I say, it's a lot of them, but I won't have time to cover all of them, but these names really stand out to me when we talk about Black history and the things that they have done for the Black community, the Black people as a whole, the nation as a whole. And their names will always be remembered for the greatness that they have done, and they have set a path for Blacks to be able to, do and be and become that person who they supposed to be. And one of the names that stand out, and we just celebrated him last month, and we celebrate him once again for Black History, Mr. Martin Luther King Jr. Yes, he was a civil rights leader. He was the dreamer. He was the one that dreamed that one day all men will be treated equally and not be judged by the color of their skin. That Black boys and Black girls will join hand in hand with white boys and white girls. Yes, he's the one that had the dream that all of this would be possible. He really fought, to have, racism cut down and cut out altogether, and that we all, would be treated equally. We all would be able to drink out of the same fountain. We all would be able to sit together and have lunch, have dinner. We all would be able to go through the same door. We all would be able to have the same rights as our white brothers and sisters. He was that man that changed the narrative of how we should be treated, how we all should be equal. And he's one of our heroes today. We cannot stop talking about him. When we talk about Black history, we have to talk about Mr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was the game changer of everything. And even though it feels like we're trying to go back, we could always stand on the words of Mr. Martin Luther King when he stood and gave that speech years ago, that I Have a Dream speech. We could always stand on that because he fought. He was one of the ones that fought for our rights, to be free, and we refuse to go back to the way things used to be. That's right, we refuse to go back. And one of my all-time favorites, I call her my shero. Yes, my shero, Miss Rosa Parks. Y'all remember her, don't you? She refused to give up her seat to a white man on the bus. I could just imagine what went on that day. Rosa was tired from work, and she realized in her mind that she has just as much right to sit at the front of the bus than anybody else do. So she decided that she was going to sit at the front of the bus. The white man said, "You got to get up." She said, "No, I'm not getting up." "Rosa, you got to get up." "No, I'm not getting up." "Rosa, we're going to give you a last chance. Get up, give up your seat, go sit to the back of the bus." "No, I'm not doing that." She was arrested, but she set a standard, that we could be able to follow by and lead by example, that we has just as much right to sit anywhere than anybody else. And I believe in my mind that Rosa was saying, and I believe this with all my heart, she was saying, "I'm sitting up front where I belong." I'm sitting up front to where I belong. And she said that for everybody, for every woman, for every man. We need to get up front where we belong. We're tired of being in the back. We're tired of being last. We're tired of you thinking about whether we can or whether we can't. No, we're going to make the decision. She made the ultimate decision. This day, I'm not taking a back seat to anybody. And she is my shero to this day. And we have made up in our minds that we're not taking a back seat to nobody. No matter how bad they think that we don't need to or we can't, we not going to, and all of this kind of stuff. We are taking a stand. And that's what Rosa Parks did on that very day. She took a stand. Thank you, Rosa Parks. Thank you. Harriet Tubman, she helped others gain their freedom as a conductor of the Underground Railroad while being in slavery for so long. And not only did you gain yours, but you helped others gain theirs. Wow. And the last name that I thought about is Miss Sojourner Truth. She fought for women's rights, y'all. That's why we as women has so many rights today. We can vote, we can work, we can build, we can be leaders, we could become, we could be all of those things because of this one woman, Miss Sojourner Truth, who fought for our rights to be where we are today. In today's time, many blacks are labeled. They got a label on us. They got a label on our black men. That's why we see so much transparent against our black men. And now our black women, a lot of them are being shot up and they're not armed. And because people have put a label on them, they have judged them without getting to know them. Many of our black people are labeled as being sorry. Many of our black people are labeled as always wanting a handout. Many of our black people are labeled as always complaining. Our black people don't have no drive. Our black people have no care attitude. All these black people are thugs. Thug wannabes. And I need to encourage you, my brothers and sisters, that all of these people that I named, and the ones that I didn't even name, they didn't go through all of this for us to settle for a label that people put on us. I'll say it again. They didn't go through all of this fighting for our rights, fighting for our freedom, fighting for us to have equal justice, to be treated equally. They didn't go through all of that for us to settle for a label that people put on us. No, they didn't. So I encourage you, take that label on. Whatever they stamped on you, whatever they tried to post on you, take that label off and say, I'm sorry, you can have your label back because that's not who I am. I'm sorry you misjudged me, but that's not who I am. I'm sorry you have your opinion of what you think I am or who you think I am. I'm sorry you think that I'm lazy or whatever, but that's not me. I'm not lazy. I work for mine. I'm sorry, you don't think I'm supposed to live in a nice neighborhood, but I work to live here. Yes, I did. I know you don't think that I should drive the nice car, and I know you don't think that I should be in the upper, higher positions, but I work to be here. You can have your label back. You can't stick this on me. I washed this stamp off. You can't stamp it on me. I'm sorry, but no, that's not who I am. You can have your label back. Women, Sojourner Truth didn't fight for our rights. For us to repay her by accepting labels that people continuously put on women. Oh, women are loud and women are against each other and women are this, women are that. No, do not accept these labels that people are trying to put on us. Evolve. Continue to grow. Continue to stand on your own 2 feet. Get up front where you belong. Miss Rosa Parks, she didn't fight for our rights to be up front for us to continue to stay in the back. Get up front. Folks label women all kind of things, call women out of their names, the bad A's and the bad B's and all of this kind of stuff. Stop letting people put those labels on you. And stop letting people call you that. And stop calling yourself that. That is not who you are, ladies. Stop it. Don't accept that foolishness off of people. Don't accept that from people who, just comfortable disrespecting you. People will do it because you let them. But when you put an end to it, when you put a stop to it, they know how to respect you. Oh, yes, they will. So I need you to get up front. Get from out of the back. Get from out of hiding. And come on and be that great person you're supposed to be. There's only one Martin Luther King. I was going to say be the next, but there's only one Martin Luther King. There's only one Rosa Parks. There's only one Harriet Tubman. There's only one Sojourner Truth. But you could be the next, whoever you are. You could be the next Cynthia. You could be the next John. You could be the next Terry. You could be the next Michael. You could be the next Andy. You could be the next Willie. You could be the next Dorcas. You could be the next Priscilla. You could be the next Anna. You could be the next Lakeisha. You could be the next Lachey. Whatever your name is, you could be the next whatever. You could be the first in your family to do something great. I'm reminded of a scripture that says, eyes have not seen nor ears heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of man what God has prepared for those that love him. I know many people have never seen it come out of this family. Many people have never heard of somebody from the country city, small town, doing something so great and so big, owning a multi-million-dollar business. They never heard of that before, but you could change the narrative. You change the narrative. That way when Black History comes around, we can have more and more people to talk about. Be remembered for something great. That when you leave this world, when it's all said and done, when you leave this life, you will be remembered as the great motivational speaker, as the great preacher, as the great leader in your community, as the great singer, as the great businessman or businesswoman. Be remembered for something great. We can do it. You can do it. I am encouraging you on this Black History Month. You make history. Don't let history stop at Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth and Malcolm X and all of these greats. Don't let it stop there. They didn't fight for our rights for it to stop. No, they want us to continue to keep it going. And let's keep it going, y'all. Let's do something great. Let's do something momentum. Let's have a ribbon cutting ceremony this year. That's right. Let's have a ribbon cutting ceremony. Let's release something great this year. It can happen. We got 11 more months to get it done. That means you got to get busy. 11 months is not a long time, but you can get it done. That means you got to get busy. You got to get to work. Put your hands to use. Martin Luther King and all of these didn't get this work done by just sitting around twiddling their thumbs. They didn't just get it done by just sitting and talking. Yes, they had meetings and all of that there, but they put their meetings into action. They put the talk into action. It's time now to put it into action. Yes. Put it into action. Let's go, y'all. Be remembered for something great. We can do it. We can do it no matter how much negativity people got on us. No matter what they think about us and, want to think about us and want to take us back to those times. We're not going back, but we're moving forward. The past is the past. It's time to move on to something great. And let's prove it with our actions, not with our words. Not with being loud, hollering and screaming and all of that kind of stuff. I already told you, they already think that, we loud and, thug wannabes and all of that kind of stuff. But let's change that narrative. Let's not give them the satisfaction of what they're thinking about us. But let's be great men and women in this earth. This land was made for you and me. Not just for you, but for me. And since I'm included, the black female, the black male, dark skin, light skin, whatever shade you are, since this land was made for us to be a part of, let's do something great in the land. Let's put something great in the land. We're not asking can we do it. We're not asking can we do it. We're going to do it. And we're going to be great at it. Okay? That's all I got for you. And I hope that this motivation encourages you and it uplifts you to get busy. And to take what these people have done and just continue it on. Don't stop it. Don't just remember what they done. Let's continue to make history and be remembered for something great. Share with somebody. Like, tag, and share. Let somebody that know that the motivator is on, motivating us to be remembered for something great. Take them labels off of you. I don't know how many is on you, but take them off. Take them all off. Tear them up. Throw them in the trash. Give them back to the sender. Because they don't belong on you. What they think about you is not who you are. And what they think about you is not who you need to be. You don't have to be what they say. But you be who you were created and designed to be. And that's something great. Whatever that something is, you define that something. And go. Be great. Share it with somebody. Like, tag, and share. And enjoy your Saturday.